Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem and here is the news. For 568 days, Ukraine defends itself against the forces of the Russian invasion. The military counterintelligence of the Security Service of Ukraine and the Navy of Ukraine conducted a unique special operation near Yevpatoria in occupied Crimea on the night of 13th to 14th September, reports Ukrainska Pravda. They managed to destroy a Russian Triumph air defense system S400 worth $1.2 billion. According to the media sources, the attack was conducted by drones and Ukrainian Neptune missiles. First, drones hit the eyes of the system, its radars and antennas. After disabling the radar stations, Navy units hit the launch systems using two Neptune cruise missiles. At the same time, yesterday marine drones attacked two Russian patrol ships in southwestern part of the Black Sea. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky congratulated the Security Service of Ukraine and its Navy with a triumph. Quote, "It is a very significant achievement, well done, glory to all who fight for Ukraine and thank you to everyone who helps," unquote, said the president in his evening video address. The US Institute for the Study of War informs that the commander of the Russian 247th Guards Air Assault Regiment Vasyl Popov was probably killed in combat in Ukraine, reports Union. According to the experts, Vasily Popov likely recently replaced Pyotr Popov as commander of the regiment in August or September 2023. And Vasily Popov is the second commander to be killed in action in Ukraine after Colonel Konstantin Zizevsky died in February 2022. Elements of the regiment are reportedly operating in the Donetsk-Zaporizhia Oblast border area. The institute has previously assessed that relatively elite air assault forces are conducting limited counterattacks in critical sectors of the front. And Vasily Popov's death supports assessment that these counterattacks will likely weaken these units further. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion. Minister of Defense of Sweden Paul Jonsson informed that Ukrainian pilots completed introductory training on Swedish Gripen fighter jets, reports NVUA. According to him, pilots underwent introductory training which went well. Introductory training included test flights on jets and its simulators, as well as briefings for ground personnel. Jonsson said that the experience gained during such training will be the basis for determining whether there are conditions for sending Gripen jets to Ukraine. BBC informs that in 2022, a Russian Su-27 aircraft pilot tried to shoot down a UK Royal Air Force surveillance plane above the Black Sea and launched two missiles thinking he was given permission to fire, reports European Pravda. According to the sources, on September 29, 2022, the RC-135 Rivet joint aircraft with a crew of up to 30 people was on a surveillance mission in the international airspace above the Black Sea, when two Russian Su-27 fighter jets intercepted. The pilots received a message from a ground dispatcher. One Western source reported that what they heard was "you have the target." This ambiguous language was interpreted by one of the Russian pilots as permission to fire. Having heard the command, the Russian pilot launched an air-to-air missile, but failed to lock it on its target. Sources report that a row then broke out between the two Russian pilots. The pilot of the second Su-27 did not think they were permitted to fire. He swore at his colleague, asking him whether he was even thinking what he was doing. Despite this, the first pilot released another missile. Sources state that the second missile simply fell, which means that it either malfunctioned or that the launch was aborted. In 3 weeks, the UK government confirmed that this incident did occur. The official London accepted the explanations of the Russian side, which claimed it was a technical malfunction. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we're getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.